Hey guys, it's Lizzie here. Today I'm going to show you how to create this really basic smoky eye look which is perfect for beginners. So if you want to know how to recreate it, then just keep watching. Thank you. Now for this particular smoky eye for beginners, I think it's important to go for a shade that's suitable for the majority of people. So I'm going to be using brown tones as opposed to black, because a lot of people find that black is a bit too intense or a bit too difficult to work with at the beginning. So firstly, I'm going to apply a brown base over my eyelid, and for that I'm using a pencil by Urban Decay and it's called Demolition. I'm just going to take that across the roots of the lashes, about 3/4 of the way along the eye, to leaving the inner corner blank. This doesn't have to be neat at all because we will be blending it out. I'm going to make the line a little bit thick, and then I'm going to swap over to a smudging brush and just start to blend that out. Also, if you're a beginner, you might want to do one eye at a time when it comes to applying the base, because this particular pencil sets quite quickly, so you want to work quite fast. Doesn't matter if you take off too much product, because we can always reapply more. You're just looking at trying to get a smooth gradation of colour. You want to go about halfway up the eyelid. So a lot of people find when they first start to do smoky eyes that they get too dark too quickly and become too much like panda eyes. If that's not the look you're going for, then it's better to apply lots of thin layers of products so you can work up the intensity to the level that you like. If you don't have a coloured pencil, you can just use a normal eye primer. That'll work absolutely fine to sticking the eyeshadows in place. Now we're just going to run that same pencil under the eye, close to the lashes, and just start to smudge that out. I'm using the same brushes at the top. If you don't have a brush sort of this shape, you can use a cotton bud. That'll work absolutely fine. And actually some eyeliner pencils do have little smudges on the end. You do want quite a soft pencil for this. You don't want anything too harsh because it will drag the skin around your eyes. Next I'm going to take this rich dark chocolate brown shade from the Sleek's Ultra Matte palette, and that same brush again, we're just going to pat that over the top. If you've already done your base like me, make sure to really tap off the excess powder from your brush so that it doesn't fall down onto your cheeks. So with this powder we can take it a little bit higher than where the pencil was, again keeping that inner corner blank, and slowly blend it as you go. And again, just take the eyeshadow over the pencil underneath the eye as well. I appreciate that at the moment it looks super weird, but it's because we are working backwards, going from dark to light, and normally I'd work the other way. But I find when doing a simple smoky eye that this way is best, but it will get better, I promise. I'm then going to take Tease from the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette and take that on a small fluffy brush. And we're just going to blend out the edges of that brown. So you don't want to go too high up. Ideally you don't want to go above the crease too much. And you just want to do small circular motions over the outside of the dark brown until the colour blends out smoothly. Now at the beginning, when you're first trying this will take a very long time. Blending is a slow process, but the more time you spend on it, the better the overall look will be. You just want to sort of cap the sides of the brown on the inside corner too. So this is going a bit further in than the previous colour, but still overall it's quite light in there. And then you just want to take that under the eye as well. Now a smoky eye can be done with any colours. You don't have to use brown. You can use purples, greens, blues, blacks. It's just really the process of going from a darker colour closest to the lash line, blending out to your skin tone. You only need about 3 shades in total. We've got that dark brown right at the base, this medium shade we're using now, and then we're going to use a lighter colour just under the eyebrow. I'm then going to go back into my Sleek's Ultra Matte palette and I'm going to use the white shade under my eyebrow, but it's only really suitable if you're really fair. I would say, if not, go for another sort of cream based colour for under your brow. You want it about 2 to 3 shades lighter than your skin. I'm going to take that on a fluffy brush and just put this under the brow all the way along to the inner corner and start start blending out that medium tone. With any makeup product, the first place where you put the brush is where it's going to be the most intense. So for a smoky eye, if you want all the darkness around your lash line and mainly on the outer corner, place your brush there first and start blending out from that point. If you place your brush too close to, say, the inner corner where you want it to be lighter, you're then going to have nowhere to blend it into, if that makes sense. Now you've got your 3 basic shades down, I'm just going to go back over all the colours to intensify them and blend them together a bit better. I know it still looks a bit weird because I don't have eyebrows on yet. At this point you can make the eye circular, or you can wing out the outer corner a little bit if you like, just depending on how you like the shape of your eye. Now what I like to do, just to make it a little bit more intense, is go back to my original pencil, so in this case the brown demolition pencil by Urban Decay, and just run that back over the lash line. So you could use a black pencil or a coloured one if you're doing a colourful smoky eye. Now I think when you're a beginner doing a smoky eye, you want to make things as easy as possible for yourself, so I'm not going to apply false lashes today, but I am going to curl my lashes and then apply a lengthening mascara. So when you're curling your lashes, you want to make sure that you get the eyelash curler as close to the base of your lashes as possible, and then slowly clamp down just to make sure that you don't get any skin caught. And then you want to hold it there for about 10 to 20 seconds. So it does feel a bit weird and it's a bit uncomfortable, but you can take it off at any point and it'll be absolutely fine. I then like to get my mascara nice and close to the roots of my lashes and wiggle it up and out. So the reason I chose this particular mascara is because the wand is nice and small, so you can get really deep into your lashes without getting too many dots onto your eyelid if you've had that problem when the brush is too big. And then going to do a thin layer on the bottom as well. So that's the difference mascara makes. You can see it really opens up the eyes and it sort of helps with the smoky effect as well. So I'm just going to curl the lashes on the other side and apply the mascara, and then I'll be right back. Now once your mascara is done, you can work out whether or not you want to tightline and waterline your eyes. So what that means is basically where you put eyeliner on the little bit of skin either side of your eyelashes, essentially. So on the bottom it's your waterline, and in between your lashes and your eye at the top is your tightline. So you can use black for that, it will close off the eye and make it look smaller, but it will look more dark and intense. Or you can go for a nude colour or a white and it will make the eye brighter. Sorry, my cat's trying to move the tripod. You can go for a white or nude colour and it will make the eye brighter and bigger. So it really depends what you're going for, and things like if you wear glasses or not as to what sort of colour you want to go on the inside. I'm going to take a little bit of black for this. So you can see how it makes the eye look a little bit more smoky and more intense. Now I'm going to move on to my eyebrows. Firstly I'm going to take a disposable spoolie and just run through them to remove any foundation or powder. If you don't have a disposable spoolie, when you get to the end of your mascara, like when it's running out, you can always wash the brush inside that and keep that and use it for these sorts of things. Or you can get little combs like this. And then I'm going to use Makeup Revolution's Arch and Shape and use the felt tip end just to fill in any sparse areas. And because the eyes are already quite intense, I'm going to keep the eyebrows relatively natural looking, but I just want to add a little bit more definition. This is my cat Pepperdew. She's been sitting on my lap whilst I've been filming. I'm trying to help. She's very pretty. If you have any felt tip products, it's a good idea to store them with the felt tip end down, just so it stays nice and saturated. They last a bit longer that way. So there you go, that's the difference that product makes. Now if at any point you make any mistakes, it's absolutely fine. You just want to get a relatively thin brush or a cotton bud, put a bit of concealer on it and go over the mistake, and that will erase it, and then you can try again. You have to remember that it's just makeup, it doesn't matter and it will come off, so these things do just take a bit of practice. I'm just going to do the other eye and then I'll be right back. And then I'm going to take L'Oreal's Brow Artist Plumper in the medium dark shade. I'm going to use that to set my brows. So it does slightly tint your eyebrows, and it helps set them in place so that they don't move about. And it also has tiny fibres in it that stick to the end of your eyebrow hairs to make them look longer and, you know, bushier. So there you go, that's the eye makeup complete. You can obviously make alterations to it as well as changing the colour of the eyeshadows. You could add a winged liner on top, or smoke things out a bit more, make them more dramatic, or you could add some sort of glitter or shimmery product on the inner corner as a bit of a highlight. All these sorts of things add the personal touches, and you can add on as you get more confident with your makeup and your skills. Now this more sort of warm brown smoky eye can go with a variety of lip colours. I've chosen to go for a sort of neutral lip because I think it's the most flattering for me, but you can add a red lip or a pink, you know, any colour that you fancy really. Just experiment and see what you feel the most comfortable with.